Hello guys, we are back with another video. What we doing, Devin? What we doing?
Now I'm saying we back at it with another back at it.
Another discussion.
We got my boy.
So kid.
Well, let me introduce myself first. My name is Juwan Kim, but I go by Jay. I'm one of the board members of MR.NOLDS organization. I mean, yeah, it might look weird. Fernand's not here, but I'm taking over right now.
We here.
Devin, how you been feeling, my guy?
Feeling good, you know what I'm saying? We living good, eating steaks and shrimps.
Steak and shrimp?
Life is good.
My bad.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the channel so you can get some of the flavors we be throwing at the people.
Yeah, and turn your notifications on.
Yeah. Ding! Hit that bell, brother. Sister.
If Hernan was here, I would have had one today. This is a J takeover, guys.
What's the topic?
Bad company corrupts good character.
Hello, mates.
So, we're going to go right into the topic of discussion today. It comes from 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33, which says, "Do not be deceived, evil company corrupts good habits." So, we're going to talk about the effects of bad company and how does it affect, your character and your habits. What is bad company and how does it affect good character, right? Now, one main point that I really want to emphasize on right now is bad company doesn't necessarily mean bad people, meaning just because you're in church and your brethren that's also in church or your sister that's in church, just because you guys are both believers doesn't mean that they're good company for you. The definition that I would like to give to people that's quote unquote bad company is a relationship or a person that brings bad fruits in the relationship that you have with them. Okay? So, that's kind of, with that definition, you can kind of decipher how to, how you pick who's good company or who's bad company in your lives. And, what is a company? A company is basically the people that forms your environment. Now, why do you need good company and why does bad company affect your character? Because, when you study environment, you realize that your environment produces you. Your environment is what produces the fruits, and depending on the fruits that you consume, what you eat is what you become.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on the environment that you are in, like I said, it will choose what fruits you're gonna eat, and then ultimately it will decide what you will become. So, Devin, do you have anything to chime in on this idea of what is bad company and what are the effects of bad company?
Bad company is somebody that's not elevating you. They're taking you downward. When you have friends, be somebody that's like taking you upward, pushing you to do things that fulfill your purpose. I heard something the other day, not even the other day, recently, actually today, your vision chooses your friends. So if you don't have a vision, your friends, 9 times out of 10, is not gonna have a vision, and y'all just gonna be wandering around life, and then y'all not gonna go nowhere because of you lack the vision. And when your friends have a vision and they helping you fulfill your vision, that's how you can level up. This person helped me not to lie. This person helped me to respect my mom, respect my dad. When you think about the characteristics of a person and what is good fruits, that's what a good fruit is. Just to break down what he said, what is good fruit, because everybody may not know what's good fruit.
Yeah, because some people, they'll be good people, they'll be a good person, but they surround themselves around bad people. And sometimes they'll end up like the bad person, the bad crowd, because, the environment.
Yeah.
Are you like how you mentioned that some people will be good people and they'll surround themselves with bad people, and then it'll affect them? Because if you look at the verse clearly, it says evil company corrupts good habits or good character. So meaning the character is already good before it's corrupted. Corruption is basically, you take something you kill it and then you revive it to something different that is bad. And a lot of people, they may say, oh, but I'm all good, I think this way, I think that way, these friends are not gonna faze me, they're not gonna, change my way of thinking. But that's very false. And I remember last week at the mention, actually, I was talking to V, right? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about people in general and who you surround yourself with. And I remember I spoke to him about the book Jab Jab Hook by Gary Vee. And it's a marketing book, and basically it talks about how, you give, in a relationship, and then you ask. And asking is like, it's like a business, you give, and you ask. And basically that, in that same sense, in a relationship, when somebody keeps giving you their time, they give you their, their ideas, they give you their hearts, it might not be good, they give you their words, they're giving you something, but it's evil, what they're giving you. And then in the long run, now they're gonna hook you. And then eventually, it's like jab, 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 and then they're gonna hook you, and then they're gonna get you into whatever they want you to become, which is eventually gonna be something bad.
So you said something about the jab, 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 hook. Yeah. And when you say that, it made me think of like, it can be consciously and subconsciously people are jabbing you.
Yeah. And for the most part, it's gonna be unconscious.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not unconscious, subconsciously.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can be around somebody you think is a good environment, but really those little bad habits that they have in their life is slowly coming to your life, and then you're gonna see like, dang, okay, why is this area falling in my life? Why is this area falling in my life? And because of those jabs, those bad habits that they have coming into your life. Yeah. So that's why you get the results you're getting.
And sometimes it doesn't even take the hook to get you down.
Yeah.
One of the jabs can take you down. Mm-hmm. For me personally, I'm a very stern person when it comes to relationships. If I know a relationship is not, improving my life, or a relationship is not moving me forward, I'm the type of person that, I would just cut out the relationship because I know it's bearing bad fruits. Now, in anything in life, you're gonna have to be stern. You're gonna have to, take the step, the conscious decision, and say, this is enough. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna be friends with this person anymore. Sometimes, depending on the relationship you have, maybe you're friends with a dude that all he's doing is talking about sex, and you're battling with lust. Maybe your friend is smoking, and then you have smoking addiction. I don't know why you looked at me like that.
I'm just paying attention.
Oh, okay. Yeah, smoking addictions. Lies, pornography. Stealing. Any of these things. If you're battling with it, and that friend is not pushing you forward, you have to take the conscious decision to, put an end to it and stop it. And another thing, one of the best things you can do, which you actually gave a quote earlier, is, just knowing your purpose. When you find out your purpose and then you start walking towards your purpose, your life is gonna start to realign. The people that's not supposed to be in your life, they're gonna start, fading away. The relationships that's not bearing the right fruits, they're gonna start dying, because you realize when you give time to what is needed to be, done, and when you give time to your calling, everything that is not aligned to your calling is gonna start dying.
Mm-hmm.
So the second thing, and which is the best thing you could do, to be honest, and that's the most organic way to cut out those relationships and find, those right people. It's just, finding out your calling, and maybe some of you guys, you don't know your calling yet, and you're still in the process of searching. Even the process of searching, will die out and kill out those weeds. So that process, not only will it kill out and kill out the bad apples and weed them out, but it will draw closer to you the good ones. My personal testimony, when I started, when I gave my life to Christ, and I remember I went to the youth retreat for a time to change and to cleanse my life and to find a deeper purpose of my life. That's when I met my closest friends right now. That's in the process of walking towards my calling, not in the process of walking away from my calling. And when you walking towards your calling and towards the perfect will of God, God will start aligning people and putting people on your path that is supposed to be there. And he will take out the people that's not supposed to be there. And sometimes, you know, they might call you fake, but you didn't really change your mentality. It's not like you hate them now. It's just,
You want a different route.
it isn't attached. Just like the Bible says, you know, light cannot be with darkness.
And if the paths don't match, you know, you gotta go.
If it doesn't match, you gotta go.
I gotta go right, you going left.
Facts.
You ain't going,
Facts.
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. I remember there was a short season when I was getting closer to a few new friends, and they're all Christians, and I remember it was one day, I think 1 or 2 days, I spent almost the whole day or like about half of the day with them. Now keep in mind, they're basketball players. Well, one is a trainer, 2 really play basketball. One plays basketball for real, and the other one, you know, he plays basketball here and there. A little bit deeper than fun. And I remember that day, right? Now they're good people, they're Christians and everything. And I remember that day, I went back home, and I was like, man, I feel like I wasted my whole day. But to them, it was a good day, right? Because they did their workouts, they did what they had to do, you know. We spoke about God, but it was like, I just felt like, man, I wasted my whole day. But why I felt that way and they didn't is because they still did what they're still walking in their calling for that day. I wasn't. My thing right now in the season that I'm in, you know, my main focus is, you know, business, real estate, and class and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into details of exactly what I do, but that's my main focus for this season. So when I gave my whole day or two, like spending time with them, even though they're good people, it felt like I was drained, and it was like, man, I didn't really move like deeper into my calling. So that's what I mean by perfect company versus permissible company. Sometimes somebody may be good vibe, they bring good vibe, and you know, even in high school, I remember when I first gave my life to Christ, there was this friend, right? He's atheist, but every time I was around him, you know, when something would go down, for me to like stay in character, he will always remind me like, yo, don't forget you're a Christian, don't forget you changed your life, so make sure like you act according. Now, he's atheist, right?
Yeah.
He's not even Christian, and he's trying to put me in line. But you see, that could have been just permissible, because that was for the low season. It wasn't a perfect relationship. Why? Because at the end of the day, his actions didn't match what he was saying. He was saying like, oh, you're a Christian, you're a Christian, you're a Christian. But he's the same guy that would talk about like pornography. He's the same guy that would talk about like different type of things. And in an environment, you know, even though like the words that are being said may be good to your spirit, may be good to your heart, because the actions doesn't equate to the word, that relationship is not a perfect relationship. Because let's say I'm in a crowd, right? And we're always talking about good things. We're always talking about like, oh, we're gonna be millionaires, we're gonna be rich, we're gonna succeed, we're gonna do this, we're gonna be married to the right girl. But their actions are different. Their actions will have more effect on me than their words will. Because even if they're saying like, yo, this, that, we gotta live like this, but
actions speak louder than words.
Yeah. It's here, right? It's here, because I heard somebody.
No, it's here.
It's a little black kid.
A little black kid.
Yeah.
A little black kid? Oh, my gosh.
Lock the door.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I hate you. A little black.
Lock the door.